Now to Good Morning Northwest, a man convicted of killing a woman on the Centennial Trail got out of prison and was arrested again. What he's accused of now.
We've got some scattered patchy fog, some light showers still expected yet today, then another round of some wet weather. When and what type? Coming up.
And breaking news, a strong earthquake hit Turkey and Syria just a few hours ago. More than 1,800 people are dead. We are tracking the devastation and rescue efforts. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for waking up with us and starting your week. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Monday, February the 6th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast, which included a little bit of fog this morning for some people.
Yep, we had some wet weather yesterday, light drizzle really for the most part. 34 into Coeur d'Alene, you can see the wet roads. And of course, we're sitting at 32 degrees. We do have some patchy fog out there, and some of that fog could be dense. So we just want you to be aware of that. So be prepared. And the 4 things you need to know: the patchy morning fog, evening or late afternoon sprinkles expected, rain and mountain snows for tomorrow, and that could be early in the morning, and then mild temperatures will continue. We'll talk about how mild and for how long. Satellite and radar, yeah, we're looking pretty good. We do certainly have the cloud cover. There's no doubt about that. Here's your forecast. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to see again some of that patchy fog, temperatures in the low 30s. For the middle of the day, mid 30s, and then the afternoon, it's going to be around 40 degrees, and that's our expected high for today as well.
We hope to learn more today about a convicted killer's new arrest on assault charges. Avondre Graham was sentenced in late 2013 for killing Charlotte McGill while she was walking her dog on the Centennial Trail. Graham was just 17 years old at the time and pleaded guilty to avoid going to trial. This morning, he is back in jail. McGill's daughter found her mother before she died, and McGill gave a brief description of her attacker. Police caught Graham several months later when he attacked a Gonzaga student on the trail. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison with credit for time served. According to the Washington Department of Corrections, he was released from prison on October 18th. He would have been on probation until October 12th of 2024. The Spokane County jail roster shows Graham was booked for assault more than a week ago. He also faces harassment, threats to kill, domestic violence, unlawful imprisonment, and sexual motivation charges.
We're following some breaking news this morning. A powerful earthquake has killed more than 1,800 people now in Turkey and Syria. That's according to CNN.
Both countries are in a state of emergency right now as rescue operations are underway. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk, bringing us live updates.
That's right. Right now, we're getting a first-hand look at the damage left by a 7.8 magnitude earthquake that killed over 1,800 people across Turkey and Syria. Take a look at some of the damage here. Buildings just destroyed. Turkey's disaster agency has appealed for help from the international community as it conducts search and rescue operations. Just moments ago, the UK and Pakistan have confirmed that they will send aid to Turkey amid the earthquake aftermath. Over 5,000 people have been injured in Turkey, and more than 2,400 people have been rescued from underneath the rubble of collapsed buildings. Turkey's president giving an address just a few hours ago saying that there has been heavy destruction in cities with around 2,800 buildings destroyed. Right now, around 9,000 people are working on search and rescue efforts, with more people joining. The Turkish government has received offers of assistance from NATO, the European Union, and 45 other countries. About an hour ago, President Biden issued a statement on Twitter saying he is deeply saddened by the loss of life and devastation caused by the earthquake. He says he has directed his team to continue to closely monitor the situation and provide any and all assistance. At this moment, we do not know how many more people are under the debris, but this is a story we will be following all morning, and I'll be sure to bring you anything new that I learn. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Just awful, Sydney. Thank you. Spokane police arrested a couple they say stole more than $20,000 worth of merchandise. That couple would routinely go into a store, fill shopping baskets with items, and then run out. SPD says it happened over the course of 3 months in Spokane and Spokane Valley. Police say 35-year-old Brandon Stoddard and 25-year-old Monica Bogus stole more than $23,000 worth of merchandise from 2 stores. Bogus was in a stolen car near the Northtown Mall when officers arrested her last Monday. Stoddard was in a store nearby, and officers were able to catch him too. This picture from police shows Stoddard being arrested wearing some of the stolen clothes. Detectives with SPD Stolen Property Enforcement and Recovery were involved in the investigation. The department has been working closely with local businesses to catch shoplifters.
Today's Powerball jackpot is expected to be the 5th largest ever, since no one matched all 6 numbers drawn Saturday night. Monday's jackpot is an estimated $747 million. It is about $403 million if you choose that lump sum cash option. No one's won the Powerball jackpot since November 19th. The jackpot is big, but not close to the all-time record just yet. That was $2.4 billion on November 7th. We are still waiting to find out who bought that lucky ticket in California.
Do we wait till it gets to $1 billion before we go in on tickets again as a team?
Well, I think so.
You know.
It's now 5 minutes after 6.
All right, we're sending it back over to Mark Peterson, and actually fairly warm across the region this morning.
Yeah, this is very mild for this time of year. Temperatures at or above freezing, except Fairchild. You're sitting at 31, 33 into Deer Park. Not too shabby. We're going to warm up beyond this. We're going to have that full check of the forecast still to come.
And the start of the Spokane Indians season is almost here. Until then, they're hiring for multiple positions for the summer. We're talking all about that and the deadline to apply that's coming out.
And a warning, if you have an older Honda, why the Highway Traffic Safety Commission says do not drive it. The problem and what vehicles are affected coming up.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Foothills Mazda.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, out now and posted at bimart.com. Inside, you'll find 16 pages of store-wide savings, including pantry and household essentials, clearance savings on all quilt sets, and more, plus electronics and pet supplies. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
I'm Chad Young from the Easy Home Buyer, and I pay cash for houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast for cash, call us today for your no-obligation as-is cash offer. We buy houses in any condition, and there are no fees, no commissions, and no repairs. We buy houses with tenants, fixer-uppers, bare land, even haunted houses. Woo! Call us today or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Hi, I'm John Butler with Century 21. Welcome to beautiful Gem Shores Estate here in Hayden Lake, the most premier waterfront property for sale in North Idaho. This 8,600 square foot masterpiece is designed with the most unique furnishings from all over the world. Every piece has a history and a story to tell. When this home sells, the furniture must go. Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake is the only company we refer our clients to. Our clients deserve the best, and Consign Furniture delivers every time.
Mother's Cupboard has the lowest prices on your favorite vitamin brands, like Now, 33% off every day, and Carlson, 30% off every day. And now, we also deliver in the Spokane area. If you can't make it into one of our 4 stores, we'll deliver to you, usually the same day. Only Mother's Cupboard has the highest quality supplements at the best prices and delivery to you.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
Big Table helps restaurant and hospitality workers in crisis and transition, offering care, coaching, and support.
Too often, the person preparing or serving your food is struggling to put food on their own table. Big Table serves hope through crisis intervention and relational care.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Big Table as they help enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
All right, let's take a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The winter triple threat of flu, COVID-19, and RSV is easing in the U.S., but hospital beds are still full.
According to federal data, emergency department visits for these viruses are a third of what they were a month ago. Flu hospitalizations are down, and COVID-19 has been trending downward for the past few weeks. Still, at least 75% of available beds across the country were in use for all of 2022, about average for the entirety of the pandemic. Experts warn high capacity isn't likely to change soon because people are coming to the hospital sicker than in the past.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration Friday issued a do not drive advisory for older Honda models. The NTSB warns airbag inflators on 2001 through 2003 vehicles could explode and cause injury in a crash. Honda and the government are urging owners not to drive them until the devices are replaced.
95 of the S&P 500 companies will release earnings reports this week, including Pepsi, Uber, and ABC parent company Walt Disney. Earnings reports so far this season have shown disappointing corporate profits and cooling demand. This next round should give insight into the economy as companies lay off workers and the Federal Reserve raises interest rates.
In our 10-second takeaway on this Monday, it's still that patchy morning fog, cloudy conditions where it's not. Light layers needed for today. We could see some light showers later on. Our high today, 41.
There is a controversial new traffic bill under consideration in Olympia right now that could limit right-hand turns on a red light in certain areas.
Yeah, turning right on a red has been a federal right since the 1970s. If passed, drivers could no longer make a turn within 1,000 feet of some designated areas. One man we spoke to, Arias Franklin, has been disabled his whole life, so he knows to always check crosswalks twice. He welcomes Bill 1582 and believes it's a small step in the right direction to ensure safety for people with disabilities and for others.
There have been times where I've been crossing in a crosswalk in the middle, and a car has literally cut me off and had to wave me off and say, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you." And so ultimately, if I wasn't paying attention for myself and the driver, that could have led to, me getting into a serious accident.
Now, if passed, drivers could no longer turn right on a red within 1,000 feet of places like childcare facilities, public parks, hospitals, and senior centers. Herb Crone, who's representing 2,000 railroad employees, says he understands the importance of safety here, but thinks the bill needs more planning before it gets passed.
We need to look at the problems and find rational, reasonable solutions to address issues around traffic and around traffic safety and motor vehicle safety, and not just try to put an emotional blanket provision that is not well thought out as state law.
Now, if passed, the bill would go into effect on July 1st of 2024. There is no word yet on when a vote will be held. And I just wonder, would you have to put no turn on red or yes, you can turn on red signs at all these intersections across the state? I don't know how it works exactly. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:12.
A class is canceled in some schools around the country, not because of illness, but because there are not enough teachers. What some states are doing to get more people in the classroom and why experts say it is not a good situation.
And looking for a fun summer job? The Spokane Indians are hiring once again. Destiny Richards up next with how you can land a job with the boys of summer.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now.
Call 1-800-435-6817.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath. From start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,250 off your complete bathroom remodel.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
With our huge expansion, Lookout Pass has doubled with 500 acres of new terrain, including 14 new intermediate and advanced trails, plus a second quad lift. Our terrain is twice as big and twice as fun. This is the year to ski Lookout Pass. We still have the best powder. We're still the most affordable with adult tickets as low as $52. And we're still the most fun with friends and family. Make the easy right off the Interstate Drive to Lookout Pass. Visit skilookout.com for more.
Whatever plans you have, whatever future you imagine for yourself, Idaho's public colleges and universities are here for your journey. Here to help you explore and develop your potential and expand your vision for what's possible. Here so that you can take advantage of opportunities presented by Idaho businesses and industries that want and need your talents. Here for you, for us, for Idaho.
Chihuahua Casino is all about having fun. We have over 300 gaming machines and are always adding new ones. You could win your share of $6,000 $1,000 cash. And one lucky winner will receive this 2023 Can-Am Commander. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, February 25th. Tooele Casino, we are the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking, jackpots, food, sports betting, live table games, and fun. Learn more at TooeleCasino.com.
What's going on at some Waffle Houses?
Waffle House gone wild.
Chaos, violence.
Anything gets thrown if it's not bolted down to a table.
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
I like you right by my side.
Live with Kelly and Ryan, love being with you.
Yes, you.
Watch daytime's #1 duo, weekdays at 9 on 4 News Now.
This February, get ready to love. Oh my gosh.
Watch Kelly, weekdays at 4. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. A nationwide teacher shortage is leaving thousands of students without teachers in grades K through 12.
The shortage is so critical, some schools have been forced to cancel classes. Department of Education data shows 47 states have reported teacher shortages this school year, with the problem most acute in urban and rural areas. Some state legislatures are passing laws making it easier to become a public school teacher, but experts say that's just making the problem worse.
When states respond to shortages by reducing standards rather than by increasing salaries and improving working conditions, what they're doing is creating a vicious cycle. So they get people in who are underprepared. Those people leave at 2 to 3 times the rate of those who've come in with preparation.
The National Council on Teacher Quality says from January of 2021 through January of 2023, 23 states have lowered teacher qualification requirements. As you saw from that map, it looked like Washington was one of those.
All right, taking a live look over Riverfront Park in downtown Spokane. You see the U.S. Pavilion all lit up there. And as we were talking about earlier, you may experience some fog this morning depending where you're at.
Right.
And it really is very patchy. Had it on 5 Mile coming down. It was very dense up there, but you guys didn't have much problems at all coming in this morning. All right, so we talk about averages a lot. And our 30-year average on this date is about 37 degrees. Well, that means we're going to be above average, forecasting 40 degrees. Patchy morning fog, some gusty winds, but also a chance of some showers. Now look at the overnight lows. Should be around 26. We're going to be almost 10 degrees warmer than that tonight. 35 degrees, rain in the valleys, and we'll have snow into the mountains. That's going to be the mantra for tomorrow. Right now we're sitting at 32, 34 into Coeur d'Alene, 35 St. Mary's. Sandpoint, you're at 36 degrees. Wenatchee, 41. Even Omak, 34 degrees. So all these are very normal. All right, so or above average. Now, we look at the national map. Remember last week, it was a mess. We had the heavy snows, and those snows went all the way down to the Mexican border, and then we had that frigid air mass over New England. Completely different story on this Monday. Everybody's sort of calming down. We got some gusty winds into the southwest, but that's about it. The winter weather is where it should be, into the higher elevations of areas of Utah, parts of, Pocatello over into parts of Wyoming and Colorado. So winter is where it should be, at least for now. We look at what we can expect for the 4-day forecast. It's going to be a mountain event just right here into Idaho and along Montana. Now, tomorrow, we're going to see this come across lower elevations, Spokane, the valley, into the West Plains. Going to be rain until Tuesday night. Now it's going to move out, but we're not going to cool down. Normally, we see sort of a cold front that hits. That's not going to be the case. We're going to remain dry. We're going to have very mild temperatures. Our highs here are going to be in the low 40s. Really looking pretty good no matter where you go. Deer Park, 39 degrees there, 37 to Spirit Lake, but still all of that above average. Your planning forecast, above average all the way into next weekend with low 40s, very consistent after we get through this next front, which is going to bring that rain Tuesday and mountain snows. Our overnight lows are going to be finally back to average, but the daytime highs will be above average. And that's not looking too bad.
And if that continues, people are going to start asking when golf courses can start.
Oh my gosh.
Schweitzer picks up 4 inches over the last couple of days. They're hoping for more today.
Oh my gosh, so much to do around here. The Spokane Indians baseball season begins in April, and the team is hiring for dozens of different jobs.
If you or someone you know is looking for work to keep busy through the summer, you just need to apply by this Wednesday. Destiny Richards is live at Vista Stadium with the Indians, and more about their team hiring, again, 2 months before the start of the season.
That's right. It'll definitely be a lot warmer whenever the season starts in April, and you can work through the summer here at the Spokane Indians at Avista Stadium. Not Spokane Indians Stadium, but it might as well be. We're talking with Senior VP Otto Klein. For those just joining us, tell us about these jobs for spring and summer.
Well, if you're looking for a great summer position, really starting this spring, we've got the best part-time jobs around. So working for your community baseball team, you're in a professional environment, we have all kinds of jobs, concessions and team store and grounds crew and whatever it is, lots of jobs available. Job fair deadline is this Wednesday, so we want to make sure everyone knows that. Please apply at SpokaneIndians.com. And then, a lot of different start dates as well. So we have April start day, May start dates, and June start dates as well. So a lot of flexible opportunities to get involved this summer.
Yeah, that's because a lot of people who apply are in high school or college doing this as maybe their first job or seasonally while they're off from school.
Exactly. And then we also have a lot of jobs for 21 and older as well, looking for cashiers and different positions. So I think it's one of the best place to work because we have lots of benefits. We have tickets that you're able to get for you. We have best customer service training in the region. We have teams store discounts on merchandise, and then just the culture. Working for a baseball team in the summertime, a great first job, great second job, great for teachers as well, looking to have some extra income. So we're really looking forward to the upcoming season, and it all starts April 11th with the first home game.
All right, and we're going to talk a little bit about the concessions jobs, that particularly for 21 and older. That's coming up later. I'll send it back to you guys.
Oh, yeah, I could use some nachos right now or something, a ballpark.
Big old dog, yeah.
It's now 6:22, just about. The Gonzaga men lost a tough one at St. Mary's, what it means for their WCC title chances.
And WSU women keeping their NCAA tournament hopes alive with a big second half performance against Cal. We'll hear from the Cougs coming up next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Yum. Come kick it with Kate Hudson.
I'm just going to do dark chocolate because it tastes better.
Plus, an easy restaurant classic. Next, Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
Our therapy doesn't fly solo. For every child, there is a compassionate team committed to excellent care and comprehensive pediatric therapy. Joya, every child is limitless.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in-floor covering for your home or business. Let Fairway Floor's professional design staff help choose your favorite floor from major brands such as Shaw, Mohawk, Mannington, and Armstrong. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, out now and posted at Bi-Mart.com. It's 16 pages of great store-wide savings plus everything you need for Valentine's Day. Bi-Mart members get more value and great service every day.
The time to buy is now. Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show price. Don't shop in the cold. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis. Online at rnrrv.com.
All children deserve a safe place to be a kid. At Northeast Youth Center, the staff provides a positive, secure, engaging environment for kids to thrive. Help make a difference in a kid's life by purchasing your tickets to the Building Brighter Futures fundraiser, Saturday, March 4th at Northern Quest Resort and Casino. This event raises money to support low-income, at-risk youth in our community. Find out how you can become a sponsor and buy tickets today at SpokaneNEYC.com.
We are
just now 5 weeks away from Selection Sunday, as every team in our region is still vying for a shot to make the NCAA tournament. So every win you can get this time of year is huge for the resume. Now, the Gonzaga men continued their regular season struggles as they fell to St. Mary's in overtime on Saturday night. This is the first time they have at least 5 losses in the regular season in 6 years, and now they find themselves 2 games behind the Gales in WCC play with just 6 left. And to add insult to injury, starting guard Nolan Hickman went down with an ankle injury in OT, and there is still no update on his current condition. Now, down in Pullman, the Washington State women kept their hopes of an at-large bid alive as they defeated Cal 70-60. Charlize Ledger-Walker led all scorers with 25 points as the Cougs earned their 16th win of the season as they're trying to make it to their 3rd straight tournament for the first time in program history.
The second half was just good on both ends of the floor, and you know, it's good to see Charlize shoot the ball good again, and again, just happy to get a win in this league.
And the Eastern Washington Eagles continued their remarkable run, picking up their 14th win in a row as they defeated Portland State on Saturday afternoon to remain perfect in Big Sky play. Tyrese Davis led the team in scoring with 27 points, and the Eagles scored 51 in the second half to pull away from the Vikings. Next up for them is going to be a test down in Moscow on Saturday afternoon as they're going to face off against the Vandals.
Always fun when the Eags and Vandals get together.
Yes.
Good morning, Northwest Times now. 6:26.
As we go to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7 a.m.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on that scary runway close call. An urgent federal investigation underway at the Austin airport after what could have been a devastating accident over the weekend. A near miss between a FedEx cargo jet and a Southwest Airlines plane.
FedEx 1432, you are clear to land. Traffic departing prior to route 737.
Air traffic control giving FedEx permission to land, and soon after giving the okay for Southwest to enter that same runway to take off.
Southwest has already confirmed on the road. Roll on now.
But less than 30 seconds later,
Southwest aboard. FedEx is on the go.
Southwest forced to change course, the 2 planes coming within a mile of one another. So what will investigators be looking at? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Moderate to severe eczema. It doesn't care if you have a date, a day off, or a double shift. Make your move and get out in front of eczema with steroid-free Sabinco. Not an injection. Sabinco is a once-daily pill for adults who didn't respond to previous treatments, and it's proven to help provide clearer skin and relieve itch fast. Sabinco continuously treats eczema whether you're flaring or not.
Sabinco can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections and do blood tests. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, or are prone to infections. Do not take with medicines that prevent blood clots, serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, lung, skin, and other cancers. Serious heart-related events and blood clots can happen. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of serious heart-related events or death with JAK inhibitors.
It's time to get out in front of eczema. Ask your doctor about once daily Sabinco.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. 4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting.
I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
We've been in the Spokane community for 4 generations, and for nearly 80 years, we've seen many of our local competitors come and go.
But it's always been our focus to put our community, our people, and our customers first.
It's never been about just selling cars. It's about you, our extended family.
From our family to yours, from one generation to the next.
We're passing down these values.
Because that's the Wendell way. Wendell Motors, drive for generations.
You want to know why I call South Carolina home?
Come on, take a road trip with me. When you look around, you can really get a sense of why I love my home state. From the beaches all the way up to the beautiful mountains. South Carolina's got awesome scenery, cool cities, rich culture, and super friendly people. Of course, the best thing you can do is come down to South Carolina and find your own favorite places. Come see why I love this place.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now Story Tracker following some breaking news this morning.
A massive 7.8 magnitude earthquake in Western Asia has killed at least 1,800 people in Turkey and Syria. Images showing the true scale of the disaster are still emerging, showing entire city blocks flattened by the quake. Rescuers are working to free people trapped under the rubble. The Turkish government has received offers of assistance from NATO, the European Union, and 42 countries.
Recycling around the world is not scaling up fast enough to deal with the amount of plastic being produced. That's according to a new report from the Plastic Waste Makers Index. The extra waste from the 139 million metric tons of plastic made in 2021 is far more likely to be dumped in landfills. Climate activists have been hoping for a lower number due to efforts to reduce the volume of single-use plastic, including some bans on single-use straws, cutlery, and food containers. Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, February 6th. Thanks for tuning in. Let's check in with Mark and your first alert forecast to get you started.
All right, good morning. We're starting with temperatures around freezing, a little warmer. Coeur d'Alene, you're at 34 degrees. We're at 32 in Spokane. Downtown sitting at about 34. Looking at the 4 things you need to know. Still have some patchy morning fog out there, some dense in places, so take it easy. An evening sprinkle could even happen in the afternoon hours. And then it's going to be rain for tomorrow with mountain snows. We're going to talk more about how much we're going to get, and again, the mild temperatures that are going to continue. Forecasting snow only. So this is going to look at those amounts and where they're going to be. And we're going to have heavier amounts in around areas of, say, Mount Spokane and over into parts of Idaho where they could see 4 to 6 inches of snow into the highest elevations. We're going to stay away from that. We're going to have rain. For today, 40, 39 into Coeur d'Alene, 45 into Ritzville. Over the next 12 hours, cloudy conditions, patchy morning fog. We're going to be mid-30s walking into midday and low 40s for the rest of the afternoon.
The death of Tyree Nichols, who died days after he was beaten by Memphis police officers, has gained the attention of people nationwide, including right here in Spokane.
It's sparking calls for police reform and accountability. This weekend in Spokane, multiple groups, including the NAACP and the Washington Coalition for Police Accountability, spoke up about police brutality. Some speakers even had personal experiences to share. Debbie Novak's son, David Novak, was shot and killed by a Spokane police officer in 2019. She said the body camera footage capturing Tyree Nichols' encounter with police brought back memories of her own son.
Know the grief they have placed on me and my family with their wanton and reckless actions and disregard for human life. And to the Tyree Nichols family and to his mother and all the mothers out there that have lost a child to police brutality, I want to say that I will do whatever I can to help them.
Speakers encourage people in attendance to go to tonight's City Council meeting and demand more be done to prevent police brutality.
And this morning from the Breaking Now desk, Navy divers are urgently trying to recover what's left of a now destroyed Chinese spy balloon after it spent days in U.S. airspace. U.S. military fighter jets shot the balloon down on Saturday.
What the Coast Guard is looking for is where is that payload? Where is the metal part of the balloon that was underneath that balloon that holds the sensors?
The debris is spread across 7 miles of shallow water off the coast of South Carolina. China has accused the U.S. of, quote, excessive reaction to the balloon, claiming it was a civilian airship. Meanwhile, the White House is currently divided over the Biden administration's response to taking the balloon down.
Assure you that if we fly a balloon over China, they're going to shoot it down, and probably a lot sooner than we did.
I would use 2 words in answering these GOP criticisms. They are premature and they are political. Our friends are playing politics with U.S. intelligence.
Senior Biden administration officials say the military took immediate steps to protect against sensitive military information, and that President Biden ordered the balloon to be shot down as soon as it posed no risk to people on the ground. They also revealed that after former President Trump left office, authorities discovered that China used spy balloons over the U.S. at least 3 times during the Trump administration. Trump and his former administration officials have denied these claims. Once the Navy divers recover the balloon remains, the FBI is expected to take custody of any components and ship them to a lab in Virginia for intelligence gathering. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Breaking news from the Idaho Supreme Court. This morning, justices will hear an appeal in the case of 2 people denied entry to the festival at Sandpoint in 2019 for carrying guns. The 2 men claimed their civil liberties were violated. The court determined that because the city of Sandpoint leased the War Memorial Field Park to the festival at Sandpoint, that the festival is allowed to ban firearms at its discretion without violating the rights of attendees. Those 2 men, Scott Herndon, now an Idaho state senator, and Jeff Avery, were told they would be removed if they tried to enter with their guns. They ultimately left and received refunds for their tickets, but sued the city for violating their civil liberties, a case that was dismissed with prejudice. The hearing for today's appeal will begin at 8:50 this morning.
Pharmacists are venting their frustrations with Kaiser Insurance after recently discovering patients covered by the insurance agency are restricted in their ability to receive medication. Essentially, patients can get 2 medication refills from local pharmacies, but after that second refill, patients have to either order that medicine by mail or drive to a Kaiser-based pharmacy. And for people in rural areas like Colfax, that can be problematic. The closest Kaiser-based pharmacy to Colfax is an hour away in Spokane, which would require the patient to travel more than 100 miles round trip to get their medicine should they decline to receive it through the mail. And for many of these patients, making that drive might actually seem better than hoping their medication arrives on time through the mail. For medication like insulin or blood thinners, the consequences could be dire if the mail arrives late.
You have a snow storm or something that can cause a delay in that mail getting there. They could go a couple days without their insulin and all of a sudden end up in the hospital.
If this mandating mail order doesn't stop, you know, where is that going to leave, you know, all of our patients that live rurally and count on us?
Both Katie Johnson and Nathan Johnson of Tick Clock Drug testified before the Washington legislature in favor of a new bill which would give patients freedom of choice when it comes to picking their pharmacies. But if approved, it wouldn't take effect until 2025. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:37.
Let's check on in with Mark and what's happening in our skies today.
So over the weekend, we promised Saturday to be a drier day than Sunday. That held true, but Sunday, just that light mist, that light rain showers throughout the day. Now we have fog this morning because of all that moisture. Well, we're going to still be above average when it comes to temperatures. A full check of the forecast coming up.
And why a train derailment in Ohio several days ago just caused an evacuation order last night. When Good Morning Northwest continues.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
Chihuahua Casino is all about having fun. We have over 300 gaming machines and are always adding new ones. You could win your share of $6,000 cash. And one lucky winner will receive this 2023 Can-Am Commander. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, February 25th. Chihuahua Casino, we are the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking, jackpots, food, sports betting, live table games, and fun. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Weather Alert Days on 4 News Now.
That means weather that could be a threat to your family's safety.
The First Alert Weather Team pinpoints the most impactful and dangerous days, warning you early, on air and online. Weather Alert Days, another way we're keeping you safe on 4 News Now.
Pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
The Move Fitness gyms are on the move. Let's go! With New Year resolution goals in full swing and a new gym opening soon in Spokane, there's never been a better time to join the #1 voted best gyms.
And jump, spin, swim, and work out to be the best you can be in 2023.
Move Fitness.
It's now 6:40. If you have tried to get a refill on generic Adderall prescription in the last few months, you may notice the ADHD drug has become harder to come by, with Adderall shortages happening all over the country. Pharmacists at Multicare say the current Adderall shortage is the worst it's been in months. It's reached a point where pharmacists are having trouble finding the drug, even the generic version. Multicare's VP of Pharmacy Services says there is no clear answer as to why these drugs are so hard to come by right now, but patients have been feeling the effects. ADHD drugs need to be taken consistently. If they are not, they won't be effective for people who need them.
You do need to take it consistently, and that's our concern, is not having them go off this medication, because as I said, it's difficult when you change medications to get somebody stabilized on it.
And with this ongoing shortage, your best bet may be talking with your provider and seeing if you can get a prescription for a different ADHD medication. And we've heard from families around the Inland Northwest about how tough this has been on them and their kids. If you have had trouble finding Adderall yourself, we'd love to hear from you. Feel free to send us an email or give us a call using this contact information that you see right there on your screen.
Monday morning, your 10-second takeaway. Oh, patchy morning fog. It's cool outside. Grab a jacket. You're going to need it. Cloudy conditions today. So light layers for today. It's not going to be horrible. I mean, our high today is going to be 41.
Here's a look at what is new on Good Morning Northwest. Friday's train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, sparked a massive fire, leading to an evacuation order for people in the area late last night.
Ohio's governor says the situation has changed amid fears that one of the rail cars may explode, sending shrapnel up to a mile away. The train was carrying hazardous materials, and the crash led to a large inferno, which has also prompted concerns about air quality. Aside from those told to evacuate, the entire town of 5,000 people has been ordered to shelter in place. The local sheriff has said anyone in the evacuation area who stays could be arrested.
Dell Technologies announced it will eliminate more than 6,500 jobs. It's the latest tech company to announce layoffs. Bloomberg reports Dell and other hardware makers have faced falling consumer demand after a pandemic sales boom.
And it's the year of the rabbit. Residents in Sao Paulo, Brazil, celebrating the Lunar New Year with music, dancing, food, and of course those dragons. Events also included martial arts exhibitions and artists performing in traditional costumes. 12 animals make up the traditional Chinese zodiac.
Good morning, Northwest Times, now 6:43.
All right, Destin Richards live at Vista Stadium with the Spokane Indians this morning.
Yeah, we are talking about all the different jobs that the Spokane Indians are hiring for the spring and summer season. Coming up, we'll talk about jobs in concessions.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
At Eastern Washington University, computer scientists are building a U.S. cyber defense center to contain cybersecurity threats. Physical and occupational therapy students are empowering children with disabilities to be successful and confident. And history students are working with the National Park Service to create living histories of our public lands. An interdisciplinary education that gets real about the real world, that's the new thing. It is Eastern Washington and you. Apply today at ewu.edu.
When you've been seriously injured, choosing the right legal team is the most important decision you'll make. Craig Swap & Associates is a top personal injury law firm for one reason: we win.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, our team of winning attorneys is here for you. We'll review your case for free and start working immediately to win the compensation you deserve. Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
Wow, you guys really are taking the Zags Win You Win promotion seriously.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If the Gonzaga Bulldogs win the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating is going to be refunding up to $6,000 of people's eligible equipment purchases, including yours.
Well, I hope you win.
Yeah, we got this.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's learn here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northeast Youth Center.
It's now 6:46. Are you looking for a summer job with some sweet perks? Well, the Spokane Indians are hiring.
Yeah, there is a whole list of positions that are opened on the concessions team, inside the store. You can even apply to dress up as mascots. Destiny Richards is live with what it takes to be part of the Indians staff.
Yeah, we're talking about concessions now this morning. This is a job that's hiring for a lot of positions. Some of them, though, you do have to be 21 and older, like if you're pouring beer with these beer vats, which are back this season. We're talking with Otto Klein. Tell us a little bit about this big department that is hiring for a lot of positions.
Well, nothing tastes better than a hot dog at a ball game, right? Mm-hmm. So we need people to help us execute that. We have lots of great food here at Avista Stadium. And so we have, concessions cashiers and food stockers and prep workers, all type of different pieces that help make our ballpark food here so great. And so we're looking for team members that could help us achieve those goals.
All right. And those are all, again, game day positions. We've been talking about different jobs that are hiring for different times of the year. Would concessions be open, obviously, right for that first home game?
Yes, and we'll start with our training here shortly. So we want to encourage everybody to go sign up. We have our priority deadline for our job fair is going to be this Wednesday. And then we'll be doing job interviews right away, and then we start all kinds of training that happens during the month of March, and lots of different positions available, not only in concessions but also AM and PM green team. We have one of the nicest, cleanest ballparks in the country, and one of the things that we like to do is help us with that, and we have lots of positions available to do that. So lots of things we can work on together, and this is a great summertime position. Things for all ages. We're looking for 21 and older. A lot of start dates that are flexible as well. April, May, and June start dates, so we can really fit something in for everyone's schedule.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having us here. Nice getting a little preview of everything. I'll send it back to you guys in studio for now.
Oh, man, such a bummer. No one's in there whipping up some, pretzels or popcorn or...
The hot dogs.
Yeah, the hot dogs.
It's a fun job because everybody goes to the ballpark to have a good time,
That's
right?
Yes.
Everybody's in a good mood. Go the hot dogs at $1. Yeah, that's me. All right, good morning, everybody. Some limited visibility out there as we do have some patchy fog, but for the most part, it's really looking much better than anticipated. 40 will be our high today. That is above average. 37 is a normal high. Patchy morning fog. And then we're going to see some breezy conditions. We're going to cover the winds here in a minute. 35 for the overnight low with those winds, southwest 10 to 20 miles an hour as that next front is due in for tomorrow. So currently we're freezing in Spokane, but elsewhere looking pretty good. 34 into Pullman with gusty winds to 18, 35 into St. Mary's, 36 into Sandpoint. We look at the 4-day forecast, and it really is about Tuesday and seeing that system come in with rain for us and then snow into the mountains. That continues through Tuesday night, and then after that we clear out, we dry out. The winds, yeah, we're going to see those winds day to 10, 14 miles miles an hour. And then Tuesday, we get really gusty, and we're going to see those winds in excess of 20 miles an hour with gusting. You'll see that into Ritzville and down into the Tri-Cities. So be aware of that Tuesday is going to be windy and rainy. Now, today, we're going to have temperatures in the low 40s. Not going to be too shabby. Deer Park at 39, one of the cooler spots, 37 into Hayden. Post Falls 39, but everyone else is in the low 40s. We're going to see those low 40s throughout that whole planning forecast all the way into next weekend. But tomorrow, valley rain, mountain snows, and then we calm and we stay relatively neutral with low 40s. All right, your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks for watching Good Morning Northwest.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by All Lines Insurance at alllinesinsured.com.
When we designed the all-new Honda Pilot Trail Sport, we made it adventure ready. With features like off-road tuned suspension, an enhanced all-wheel drive system, all-terrain tires, and Trail Watch, so you can blaze new trails. The all-new Pilot Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda SUV ever.
Hi, my name's Tracy. I've been at Wallflowers just starting my 34th year. I think Wallflowers is a shop unlike most that you would find. We're unique in that we have designers on staff to answer your everyday type questions. Because I've been here a long time, I have some great return clients. It's not just a box store you would walk into and not get help. We pride ourselves in trying to help each and every person that walks through the door. And I think that sets us above other places that you might walk into.
Here we grow again. Even more fun is headed to Spokane Tribe Casino. You love Caesar Sportsbook, the grill and bar, and larger variety of games we recently added. Gear up for a new food court, a completely smoke-free gaming area, a state-of-the-art entertainment venue, and more. Things just keep getting better. This February, you could win $5,000 cash or a trip to the Final Four games of the college basketball tournament in Houston, Texas. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest indoor air quality specialist. With a 12,000 square foot warehouse of filters, you are sure to find what you need for your commercial, industrial, or manufacturing needs.
I recommend working with PFP because they have the product that I need.
PFP's high quality products can assist in eliminating airborne contaminants. PFP can size UV light to your system to disinfect the air to keep it clean and safe.
I recommend PFP because of their service, the quality of their product, and I'll keep coming back.
Call or come in and talk to one of our certified air filtration specialists.
Weather Alert Days on 4 News Now.
That means weather that could be a threat to your family's safety.
The First Alert Weather Team pinpoints the most impactful and dangerous days, warning you early, on air and online. Weather Alert Days, another way we're keeping you safe on 4 News Now.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
It goes like one margarita, bluebird in my heart. Baby, you're playing hard to forget.
The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready for your Monday here in the morning sprint.
Destiny Richards is live at Avista Stadium with how you can work for the Spokane Indians.
Mark Peterson telling us about some morning fog and some light afternoon showers today.
But let's get straight to Sydney Charles with breaking news of a devastating earthquake in Asia.
That's right. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake killed over 1,800 people in Turkey and Syria. And breaking just now, all schools in Turkey are closed for the rest of the week due to that earthquake. Over 5,000 people have been injured in Turkey, and more than 2,400 people have been rescued from under the rubble of collapsed buildings. Turkey's president saying around 2,800 buildings have been destroyed. Right now, around 9,000 people are working on search and rescue efforts. The Turkish government has received offers of assistance from NATO, the European Union, and 45 other countries. The latest on the destruction caused by the earthquake is coming up next on Good Morning America.
All right, good morning. As we look at our first alert weather, and that weather app still available, still free. Well, we've got 32 degrees waking up and heading out, which is above average for this time of year. Our highs also above average. We're going to have temperatures around 40, 45 in Ritzville, Pullman 42, but gusty winds into Pullman. We're going to have some patchy morning fog, then cloudy conditions throughout much of the day. As you can see, we climb up, and 40 will be our high today, and we'll stay there throughout much of the late afternoon.
Some breaking news from the Idaho Supreme Court this morning. Justices will hear an appeal in the case of two people denied entry to the festival at Sandpoint in 2019 for carrying guns. The two men claim their civil liberties were violated. The court determined that because the city of Sandpoint leased War Memorial Field Park to the festival at Sandpoint, that the festival is allowed to ban firearms at its discretion. The two men, Scott Herndon and Jeff Avery, were told they'd be removed if they tried to enter with their guns. They ultimately left and sued the city for violating their civil liberties, a case that was dismissed with prejudice. The hearing for today's appeal will begin at 8:50.
And we hope to learn more today about a convicted killer's new arrest on assault charges. Avonde Graham was sentenced in late 2013 for killing Charlotte McGill while she was walking her dog on the Centennial Trail. Graham was 17 years old at the time and pleaded guilty to avoid going to trial. This morning, he is back in jail. McGill's daughter found her before she died, and McGill gave a brief description of her attacker. Police caught Graham several months later when he attacked a Gonzaga student on the trail. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. According to the Washington Department of Corrections, he was released from prison on October 18th of 2022. The Spokane County jail roster shows Graham was booked for assault more than a week ago.
Spokane police arrested a couple who they said would routinely go into a store, fill shopping baskets with items, and then run out. Police say 35-year-old Brandon Stoddard and 25-year-old Monica Bogus stole more than $23,000 worth of merchandise from two stores. Bogus was in a stolen car near Northtown Mall when officers arrested her last Monday. Stoddard was in a store nearby, and officers were able to catch him too. In fact, this picture from police shows Stoddard being arrested wearing some of these stolen clothes. You can read more about the story right now on KXLY.com.
And this morning, we have been live at Avista Stadium talking all about the Spokane Indians hiring for the spring-summer season. The first home game is April 11th, so they have a bunch of positions to hire for and concessions at the team store. So many, you can even sign up to be a mascot. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, where we have more information and a link to the website to apply for jobs.
The death of Tyree Nichols, who died days after he was beaten by Memphis police, has gained the attention of people nationwide, including here in Spokane. This weekend in Spokane, multiple groups, including the NAACP and the Washington Coalition for Police Accountability, spoke about police brutality. Speakers encouraged people in attendance to go to tonight's city council meeting and demand more to be done to prevent police brutality here.
There is a new controversial traffic bill under consideration in Olympia right now that could limit right turns on a red light in certain areas. If passed, drivers could no longer make that right turn within 1,000 feet of designated areas. One man we spoke to, Arias Franklin, says he welcomes Bill 1582 and believes it's a small step in the right direction to ensure safety for people like him with disabilities and others. If passed, the bill would go into effect on July 1st of 2024.
Today's Powerball jackpot is expected to be the 5th largest ever since no one matched all 6 numbers drawn Saturday night. Tonight's jackpot is an estimated $747 million. It's about $403 million if you choose that lump sum cash option. That is the way to go. We will be right back with the final check of weather with Mark Peterson right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
The Move Fitness gyms are on the move.
Let's go! With a new gym opening soon in Spokane and a variety of fun classes starting now, there's never been a better time to join.
Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
All right, good morning, everybody. So we have cloud cover, not as much fog as anticipated, but there's still some patchy spots out there. Take it easy. Our high today is going to be 40. Things are looking pretty nice. Some breezy conditions at times. We're going to see 42 tomorrow. We're going to see more rain with mountain snows. That's going to start early tomorrow morning, and we're going to get some gusty winds with that as well. And then after that, it's going to be pretty consistent. Low 40s, cloudy conditions, some partly cloudy skies Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday as of right now. Looking pretty good.
And our days are getting longer. Mark said tomorrow's sunset is after 5 o'clock.
Ah, it's a beautiful thing. We hope you have a beautiful morning. We will be back throughout GMA.